one of the great things about these types of partnerships is that they don't have to look the same in any one community. And so, we've really enjoyed a lot of great information exchanges with Ohio and with other states across the country because we know that there are a lot of really amazing partnerships happening with libraries, with museums, and meal providers and other partners. So there's a lot of amazing opportunities to use this to tailor it in a way that really meets the needs of your community. So before I get started in talking about what we've done in California, I thought I'd maybe touch a little bit on who is the California Summer Meal Coalition. So we are a statewide cross-discipline collaborative of about 25 state and local agencies working to support the health and well-being of children and youth in California's low-income communities, specifically by increasing access to summer meal programs. The coalition is a program of the Institute for Local Government, which is the nonprofit affiliate of the League of California Cities, California State Association of Counties, and California Special Districts Association. So this kind of gives us a unique perspective because although our focus is summer meals, we're really trying to empower local leaders and public agencies to serve families and the community more effectively through collaboration. So I'm going to just kind of really run through briefly what we've done in California because otherwise I could talk about it forever. So based on some successes from our coalition partners in Oakland, California, the coalition developed a partnership with the California Library Association back in 2013 because we wanted to see if we could support different models of these kind of lunch at the library partnerships because we knew that what worked in Oakland might not work in Fresno and might not work in Los Angeles and might not work in a small rural community in Northern California. So our goal was really to support a range of lunch at the library models and capture those successes and lessons learned and develop resources so that we could help other libraries in California to implement these kinds of partnerships in a way that worked for them. So as you can see, in the 3 years that we've been doing this, we've had a lot of successes, and really that success is based on, learning what worked and what didn't work for the libraries in California and really being able to help other libraries and provide that peer learning community. When we went into this project, our hope was really just that we could, engage libraries in serving meals. And as you saw the many signs that Janet posted, this was very new for so many libraries. So we were really just hoping that the libraries would serve meals and be comfortable with that. But what we really weren't expecting was how the library staff and volunteers really embraced this and found incredible ways to partner with other agencies. We had gone in with the expectation that libraries would partner the summer meal program with their summer reading program as a way to increase participation in both. But what we saw was these incredibly innovative partnerships with other agencies that really took it to a whole nother level that we weren't expecting. And one of the things that we thought was important with this project was to have an evaluation component. So California Library Association, in partnership with the coalition and many of our advisory libraries, developed an outcomes-based evaluation tool so that we could really help libraries use this information in a way that would help them tell their story and understand the value of what this program could do for them and use that to help gain further support for the program and the community. So I feel like I'm always saying food brings people together because we find that, it's that one thing that cuts across all economic, age, race, barriers. Food really can bring people together. But what we found is that it really brings agencies together. And through the experiences in California, we found that it really created this synergy with other agencies where they found that they had so much more in common and really had a lot of shared goals. So it really helped. These partnerships were really able to help many agencies find a connection and address critical community issues. The first, obviously, being literacy. Many of the libraries we were working with were already working in some capacity with their local campaign for grade level reading efforts as a way to make sure that kids are reading proficiently by third grade. But we also found that this really increased participation in summer reading programs. Librarians were reporting that they saw families that they hadn't seen before in the library. And we also saw a lot of other agencies who typically had not been working with their libraries suddenly find new partnerships. And one of the greatest examples of that is the public health agencies in California. And they really have come to the table because we found that one of the great natural partnerships was to promote nutrition education, and whether that was container gardening or Rethink Your Drink or doing chronic disease prevention information or asthma management classes or vision screenings. There's really a lot of collaboration there. And we also know that so many libraries are serving families in transition, and so bringing other social service agencies into these partnerships has been a way to help librarians and their staff, help families access these other resources such as SNAP or, the other resources that are available to families that may be struggling financially or maybe in some other form of transition. One of the other key partnerships that has really been successful in California is partnering with law enforcement. One of the things that we learned was that they too, whether it was the local police department or the county district attorney's office, we found that they too also had had a strong interest in promoting literacy because they understand that the trajectory that can take when there are low literacy rates and, kids that are growing up in poverty and all of the other things that they're exposed to. So there's a real strong connection there with those agencies. So one of the other key pieces to this, too, is that it was we'd heard about all of the great programs that were already happening at libraries, but we heard from librarians over and over again, we have a really hard time telling our story. We're so busy with all these programs that it's really hard to get the message out there to let everybody, other agencies or the locally elected officials, it's hard to let them know that we're doing all this great stuff. So this program really was a great opportunity to help get the word out to other agencies and really engage locally elected officials in just how much libraries are doing. And, libraries really are the best example of democracy in practice and the way that they're serving the communities. And we're also starting to see an emerging area of collaboration between libraries and museums. So, in Contra Costa County, we've had Chabot Space and Science Center come and do some programming at some of the libraries. In Oakland, the MoCA Children's Art Museum has come to the Oakland Library to do some intensive art programming with kids. And it's also another opportunity. So in some of our libraries in California participate in the Discover and Go program, where library card holders get access to discounted tickets to museums across the state. So that has been a great complementary offering to the summer reading programs and something to promote alongside the summer lunch service. So again, there's an endless amount of opportunities for collaboration. But I think that this quote from the Oakland Public Library really says it best. The librarian had said, I believe the public sees a better working city when they see different organizations and departments working together on the same service. and that there is something very powerful in that voice, and they see us differently. We see people we haven't seen before, and you can see they feel welcomed from the moment they walk in because they know that we have lunch for them. So I think that it's hard to see I don't think the animation is working on this slide, so I'm not going to be able to show you the pictures individually, but, you know, we really saw some amazing things. We saw the libraries bringing local farmers to do some education with kids. We saw the school districts barbecuing outside the libraries. Again, you know, there's a partnership with the county district attorney's offices and law enforcement agencies to do child fingerprinting and hand out school supplies and books. You know, so it was really a way for agencies to create some shared goals and to really show all of the great work that is happening in the community to serve families and put it all together. So here is my contact information. I would definitely encourage you to check out lunchatthelibrary.org if you are a librarian interested in kind of getting some practical tips and resources on how to get involved in a Lunch at the Library type partnership in your community. And feel free to contact me for further information as well. And if I can do one additional plug for any agencies that might be in the states of California or Alabama or Kansas, the National League of Cities has partnered with the Food Research and Action Center that will have a funding opportunity. So if you are working in either of those, in any of those three states, please contact me and I can tell you more about it and connect you with the resources, because I think that it's an opportunity that could really help expand the type of partnerships engaging cities and libraries and other agencies.